Yo, what's up guys, Aiden here. So today in this video, I'd like to show you how I lost $300 trading stocks. I traded MTCR. My thesis on it was actually correct, but I got shaken out and had to watch it make a 100% move without me. But it is what it is. It traded in a very similar fashion to a ticker that I traded earlier on in the week. So let's compare the two and I'll show you exactly what went on. All right, cool. So straight in MCTR. Let's start with the daily chart as always. So we can see quite a fresh chart. Had a huge day one move that finished up 571%, but was higher after hours. I think it reached like 800%, something like that. It had a continuation into day two, and then the stock absolutely collapsed down to closing minus 53%. So that's a huge collapse. So I was thinking to look for this as a potential first green day today, but I will show you why that's no longer the case and why I've missed the trade. So although I do sort of, I guess, specialize in first green days, this one I lacked a little bit of conviction, and the reason that was is that I was aware that this was a Hong Kong ticker, and some of these Chinese or Hong Kong tickers, when they collapse, the chances of bouncing is less. It is less. Sometimes they just drop and drop and drop. So I was aware of that, and therefore, like I say, lacking a bit of conviction. So in the intraday chart, this is the big day one move. Continuation into after hours, day two continuation, then an absolute collapse. Now I was watching this, and let's first of all go and look at SBET. I did two videos on this, my last two videos on this, so you might want to go and look at them. This was the SBET first green day that I traded here. This was the day one. This is the day two continuation, and then absolute collapse. Now, how similar is that to what I've just shown you with MCTR? It's not exact, but it's very close. And it's following this trend line. Okay, it's following this trend line all the way down. Then what happens, it forms this base and it breaks that trend line, and then it begins to push. Now, I didn't take this trade. I was aware that this was happening, but I didn't take it. I took it the next day. And the reason that I didn't take it is I don't like swinging for first green days. And they don't often, I would say, set up in this way. And so I was kind of, extra hesitant. I don't like swinging these stocks anyway, but yeah. Okay, so that's what happened with SBET. So I was very much aware that this was how these first green days were setting up at this moment in time. So if we go to MCTR. Okay, big day one move, absolute collapse. And we can see here, it's following that trend line. Okay. Really similar to SBET. Big day one, continuation, following a trend line on the collapse, then forms a base and then begins to push. Now, I was very much aware that this was what was going on. And so I took a position about 1460, and I was risking low of the day at 1417. Now, I'll be honest with you, I would love to say that I was planning on swinging this into the next day, and if it wasn't a Hong Kong ticker, I probably would have, but because of SBET, but because it was a Hong Kong ticker, I just said to myself, I'm not going to swing it, I'll just hold it into after hours and see what sort of a bounce I can get. However, I took my position at 1460. I got a little bit chopped up actually here. I was buying, cutting. And then I said, you know what? Buy your position and just risk off the lower day. And just here, it broke the lower day by like, what's that? 15 cents. So nothing on a $14 ticker, but I got faked out, sold it, and then watched it go without me. So yeah, pretty annoyed with that, but not too annoyed, actually. A little bit annoyed, but not too annoyed. I'm not on tilt or anything like that. It is what it is, isn't it? My thesis was correct. I just got faked out. But yeah, mentioned to a friend of mine that, because I didn't know it was going to bounce like this, I mentioned that I'd got faked out, but this could possibly set up for a fair screen day tomorrow. And what I wanted to see is basically, I didn't want to see a big bounce. I wanted to see it anywhere up here, coming down, like this kind of action around here, so I could risk off this level. But at this point in time, the stock's bounced over 50%, over 100%. The trade's gone. This might come down. This could come down and hold this level. But yeah, I think for me, the trade's well and truly gone at this moment in time. Yeah, it is what it is. The important thing to recognize is just how similar these tickers are. You know, when one does something, another does something. If breakouts are working, if, you know, this is almost identical. And so when you're in the flow of the market and you can pick up on these things, it definitely gives you an edge. So yeah, I hope that this all makes sense and there's some value in it for you. I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.